The NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. And coming right up, we'll see the Utah Jazz playing against the Chicago Bulls. Looking at the Bulls, they'd love to get back on a winning track. 7 losses in their last 8 games. That is not going to get it done, and they know it. And we've heard so many nicknames for Rudy Gobert already. I'm not going to recap them or ask which one you prefer, Shaq. But Kenny, I will ask you if you think he's the best defensive player in the league right now.
Who you mean, the Gobernator?
The Stifle Tower? Yeah.
Oh, the Leaning Tower of Blockiza?
Now what about Gumi Gobert?
None of those I've heard of before, but he still blocks at an elite level. This guy is unbelievable. And I just think the way he does it, he not only blocks out, he changes them, which makes the defense really great and anchor at the back.
It's hard to say if he's the best, but he's definitely in the conversation just due to how much space he eats up inside.
Time for tip as we send it over to Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
The Gobernator?
Nightfall in the Windy City with the Willis Tower and the rest of downtown Chicago lighting up the sky. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche Latina in the NBA. An annual tradition celebrating diversity and culture, and always a pleasure to bring it to you. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. And on the sideline, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. Looking at Chicago, they want to turn it around after that loss to Washington at the Verizon Center.
And that result was no surprise because they played very loosely with the basketball.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball. They have no one to blame but themselves in losing that one.
And before this game gets going, let's send it over to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Fred Hoiberg. David.
Well, guys, he has an admiration for what he called the intelligent, efficient offense played by today's opponent. He told me that the thing about this team is that they are so good at identifying the weak spots in an opponent, and they come at you in multiple ways depending on where those weak spots are. He said, we've got to be ready for everything. It's a pretty tall order. Guys?
Thank you, David. And with the Bulls, there has been a sense of disconnect between the front office and the coaching staff. We've read about it, we've heard about it, and the fans and the players, throw them into the mix too for quite some time. Steve, the stigma just hasn't gone away.
Something that would clear up everything if the Bulls could get back to just winning. When teams start to slide, there's a lot of finger pointing, and that's been going on in Chicago.
And the Jazz start out with the ball. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. Taking a look at the Jazz, a tall wing pair with Hood at the 2 and Hayward at the small forward. Johnson is out there with Rudy Gobert, and it's Hill in at the 1 spot. Got him with the pump fake, savvy move right there. Hill's got the game going with his first points of the game for Utah. Outside Rondo. There's the pass to Lopez. Butler against Hood. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one's good by Lopez.
And that soft touch of Lopez makes things easy for him down there.
On defense, Chicago. Gobert, the screen. Hill kicks to Johnson. Dishes to Hood. Gobert, the screen. Jumper off the screen. Chicago grabs the miss.
We know what he's capable of inside. That's a good shot for him. He's kicking himself that he couldn't get it to go.
Here's Zipser. His last outing, he had 8 points.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Those types of shots are low quality. You're not going to win too many friends on that one.
Now here's Johnson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Cleveland. Hayward outside. Ring shot on the way. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Hayward's got his first 2 points.
The catch-and-shoot jumper from Hayward is virtually impossible to guard. He is so quick, on the draw.
Lopez a screen. Johnson against Butler. To the middle. Unable to get that one. And Utah the other way now. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And in that game, guys, their three-point shooting really was their own worst enemy. Even when they got the open looks, they just had an inability to knock them down.
They got a number of clean shots, but yes, it just wasn't their day, and they were ice cold from outside.
Back to Hood. The feed now to Hill. Outside Hood. Lets the three fly. It's rebounded by Portis. Chicago trailing here. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Butler. Three-pointer. Great D that time from Johnson. For Utah, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Outside Hood. And Gobert kicks to Hood. Back to Gobert. Hayward from outside. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
The three-point stroke of Gordon Hayward is so sweet, one of his favorite shots to take.
Rondo dishes to Butler. Lopez passes to Butler. Back to Lopez. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Chicago shooting their first free throws of the night. First one falls for him. And the Jazz staking their identity at the defensive end of the floor. Great size in the middle.
Yes, indeed. We talk about small ball. Well, the Jazz, they play big. With Rudy Gobert and Derek Favors in the front line, they make it awfully tough to score in the paint.
And both free throws good for Lopez.
And for a center, Robin Lopez is definitely one of the better free throw shooters in the league.
Hill with it. 9-point game his last outing. Hood for 3. Second chance shot. Gobert can't hit. Bulls trail by 3. And here's Rondo. Outside Butler. There's the screen. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Utah leading by 3. Hill with it. He's picked up by Rondo to the inside. Here's Gobert. Good. The assist goes to Hill.
And for his career, Gobert has averaged better than 50% from the field, an efficient scorer in the post.
Rondo passes to Zipser. Butler against Hayward. Right side, Butler goes up to the stripe. The rebound by the Jazz. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Hayward kicks to Hill. Johnson outside. Pass to Hood for the 3. Krills the three-pointer. Hood's got himself on the board with 3 there.
The quick trigger. Hood piercing the defense with the effective catch and shoot J.
Rondo kicks to Butler. There's the pick. To the paint. Portis can't get it to go.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
That will be in his head. The next time he comes down the lane, he'll have thoughts about that one.
Johnson can't get it to go. Bulls trail by 8. Butler kicks to Rondo. He dishes it to Lopez. Feeds to Butler. Soft touch off the glass.
Nice effort from Butler in the paint. Really using his length down low.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
When you think of the best as far as two-way players, Jimmy Butler is one of the first names that comes to mind. Great blend of offense and defense. Gives you effort on both sides of the ball every night.
Mirotic is checked in for Bobby Portis. And Utah also making a switch. Lyles checked in for Johnson. Jazz leading by 6. And for Butler, his effort is something that never comes into question, Steve. He is a competitor.
You have guys that compete on the offensive end, but when you love a guy that does it at the same type rate on the defensive end, he's a two-way player, but one of the best we've seen.
4 on the shot clock. Here's Hayward. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Hayward is so tricky with the pump fake. The D has to do a better job staying on the ground.
Utah shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops by Hayward.
Gordon Hayward with 2 seasons left on his max contract. I remember people scratching their head when he signed it, but he is starting to live up to the hype.
And so he hits both. Hard to believe this, Steve. Hayward now the longest tenured player on the Utah Jazz. They drafted him 9th overall back in 2010.
A cornerstone of their young core. He's a vet now, and he's probably their most complete player.
Now here is Hill. He has been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. The dish to Hood. There's the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Hood's got 6.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Now Payne. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Here's Mirotic. It's hauled in by Lyles.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backdoor.
Hood dishes to Hill.
Come to me.
Lets it fly. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And now an 11-point Utah lead.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
And who needs to warm up? They didn't.
Now here's Payne. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Mirotic has a wide open look. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
A beautiful ball movement by Jimmy Butler, constantly looking to set up his guys.
Here's Hill. Gobert the screen. Passes to Hayward. This one for 3. Offensive rebound. Nice shot by Gobert. And the Jazz lead by 10.
And a huge lead here early to start.
The game plan is working to perfection so far. Didn't take them any time to get into rhythm.
Payne passes to Valentine. Payne kicks to Mirotic. A three-pointer, no good. Jazz leading by 10. Outside Hill. They set the pick. Kicks it to Hayward. Again, the miss by Hayward.
No defensive pressure. That's a three-point attempt. He loved to have that.
Payne. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Not phased at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
The reason why, he has such a great touch. You got to have that shot inside with the big guys.
That's a 2 from Hood, and it's off the back rim, no good.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Valentine dishes to Laverne. Payne with it. He's against Hill. Payne passes to Valentine. Here's Mirotic. Rebounded by the Jazz. Outside Hill. 1:58 left in the first. The pass to Lyles. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Lyles got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Payne with it. There's the pick. Butler against Hayward. Valentine kicks to Butler. Fires from deep. Mirotic's shot is off. Jazz leading by 11. Gobert the screen. Here's Lyles. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Gobert with a screen for Hayward. Shot off the screen. A second chance effort, and the layup is up and in. And it's 6 points for Rudy Gobert.
Gobert using that 7'1" frame well on the glass, utilizing his size.
Now here's Valentine. Guarded closely. Dishes it to Mirotic. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. The feed to Butler. To the wing on the left. Knocks it loose.
If you're trying to figure out why these guys can't catch up, his inconsistent shooting is a good place to start.
Hill passes to Lyles. Hill dishes to Hayward. Steps back and fires. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. "12 seconds left to play here in the first. And here's Payne. Mirotic the screen. From deep three-point range. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Jazz out in front. They lead by 13. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And a very convincing performance from the Jazz so far.
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Yeah, they were in total lockdown mode there. Can they keep it up for their entire game? It remains to be seen.
A lot of great shooters in the league with that high rainbow arc. The studies show it helps you get more of the rim to shoot at than coming in from an angle. Steve, you were learning to shoot, of course, at one time in your career. Was getting a high arc on your shot something you were taught?
Yeah, it is. And sometimes, though, Kevin, some guys have too much of a high arc, and I think it hurts them. I think you got to get the right balance. You got to stay in the gym, watch video, and get a chance to just get a good rhythm. Because on some shots closer in, you don't want to shoot it that high. You just got to get a measurement on where you're at on the floor at all times.
Interesting, too. There are very few guys whose jump shot all look alike. They're all different in some ways. Do you think?
It is.
Yeah.
I think guys do get in trouble if you don't have enough arc. But I think some guys have higher, some guys have it right in the middle. It depends on the shot and where you're taking it from.
And the quickness of the release.
Yes.
I mean, there's so much built into this. Taking a look at the Jazz. Exum and Burks, their backcourt. Lyles out there with Boris Diaw. And it's Ingles in at the 3.
And after hitting only 1 3 in the first quarter, he has none here in the second.
And it's Exum in the corner. Pass to Lyles. Ingles kicks to Exum, expanding his range. He's off on that one. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Last time they met was in Utah, where they beat the Jazz.
They were just locked really in a zone from a team defense standpoint, and nobody ever got stuck on an island. There was always somebody providing help, and the communication was tremendous.
When you're playing that type of defense, talking is key, and they did a superb job of doing that.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it was controversial in Chicago, but the Bulls hired Fred Hoiberg to replace Tom Thibodeau. Hoiberg played for a decade in the NBA, and at Iowa State, he was the fastest coach in school history to reach 100 wins. In Chicago, guys, it seems he's loosened the reins a bit, giving the players a little more leeway to shoot with confidence and air it out offensively.
The players have responded. Thanks, David.
Mirotic, a big man with range for days. His skill set fits in well with this team.
The Bulls shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. That free throw, no good. The Bulls making a switch here. Rondo's checked in, and Utah with a change here too. Johnson's checked in. He hits the second from the line. And, you know, Steve, you ask around the league, when it comes to home court advantage, the Jazz have one of the best in the NBA.
A very passionate crowd, very loud and dedicated. And, of course, the altitude plays a factor, too. Second highest in the league after Denver. And for visiting teams, you get winded much quicker.
Diaw can't hit. Bulls trail by 13. And the foul called on Joe Johnson. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Portis, he's checked in for the Bulls. Lopez passes to Zipser. Now here's Valentine. 11 points for him in that last game against Washington. Lopez. That shot, no good. Jazz leading by 13. 4-on-3 break. Here's Ingles. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Excellent work there in transition.
He doesn't give the defense any time to set up. He just goes extremely hard to the bucket.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Bulls have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago. Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Mirotic.
We're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. They set the pick. Outside Rondo. Inside. Portis can't get it to go.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Diop. And the rebound goes to Rajon Rondo. Bulls trail by 16. Pass to Zipser, the 10-footer. Second shot opportunity. Portis can't get it to go.
Even though he couldn't quite convert the layup, I like him being in attack mode.
Diaw sets the pick for Burks. He feeds it to Ingles. And it's Exum in the corner. Diaw. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Exum's got 3 assists in the game. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Lopez a screen. Outside Rondo. Lopez sets a screen for Rondo. Shot clock at 5. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Rondo from outside? How about that?
Now Exum. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Down low. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Valentine. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Here's Zipser. They grabbed their own miss and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And a chance here to take a look at the numbers for Rondo. Averaging about 7 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
2.
That free throw good from Lopez. Steve, so many players will talk about how rougher the league was back in the 80s, back in the 90s. You played a part of that. Do you think the NBA has gotten softer overall as a league, and is it a good thing that it has?
Well, I think, yeah, it's changed. I wouldn't call it softer because the rules have changed. I mean, you could hard foul and just get up. No flagrant, no technical. So I think now if you look at it, yes, it's not enforced the same way, but they had to clean up the physicality. But I'm still a fan on maybe keeping hand checking. You can bring that back.
I think the league can be as physical as it ever was when it wants to, but I just think the rules have given it some definition. And I think players are every bit as rugged as they once were.
Yeah, it's just totally different. I mean, you got to play within the rules.
Right.
You can't hard foul a guy and put your team in jeopardy and get thrown out of a game.
Game is, I think, maybe more pleasing to watch, right? To the average fan, there's a lot more ball movement, a lot more shooting.
People like offense.
Yes, they do.
They don't want to see 65, but that's the way I played. I like a little defense in there. Defense used to win championships.
Well, it still
now
does,
it's a balance.
though. I mean,
now it's a little bit of a balance.
Yeah, but don't you think defense at the end of the day is just got to be?
It's still a premium.
It's got to be there.
Yes.
And Rajon Rondo, really one of the purest point guards over the last decade when you're talking about assists. I mean, he's a guy with the ball in his hands is very effective at making decisions for the offense, dictating pace. And when he plays off the ball, especially as a spot-up shooter, that's when problems can arise, but he knows how to move without the ball and always seems to find himself in the right place at the right time.
Now, Valentine, after Dante Exum's three-pointer that didn't go. With his first shot attempt, the shot will not fall. The Jazz go the other way with it.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And for Rondo, somewhat of a resurgence last season, gained back much of the confidence he had lost after his tumultuous time in Dallas.
Yeah, I felt like Rondo felt appreciated last year, and there's no substitute for having the support of your team. This is a proud individual, and we're talking about a big-time game.
Chicago calls timeout. Here is the 2K leaderboard. In the season's second half, these teams have been really passing the ball well. Fourth, the Bulls.
Clearly, this group's on the same page offensively, and the chemistry continues to improve as well. The assist totals off the charts.
Lopez inside. Diaw's there. Offensive rebound. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
And the instincts of Lopez on the glass right there. Huge.
George Hill's checked in for Dante Exum. The Bulls have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. The free throw off from Lopez.
When you start talking about experience, you talk about Coach Snyder. He coached at the college level, the minor league level, overseas, and now in the NBA. He brings a lot of experience to this game for the Utah Jazz.
Here's Rondo after Joe Johnson's score. Rondo with it. He's got 6. Pass to Zipser. Down low. Here's Lopez. Right through the D for the layup. Lopez has got 8 here in the quarter.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
So here's Burks. Johnson sends the screen for Burks. Johnson outside. The offensive rebound. It's good on the putback. And the Jazz lead by 13.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finally finding the range here in the second.
They set the pick. Here's Rondo. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Steve, you know, you won a handful of gold medals with the U.S. national team, and then the program went into a period of decline. Now they're back. How did they get back on track?
You know what, Kevin? I can go back to 2000 where we almost lost that gold medal. And I think you just can't throw all stars together and expect to have team chemistry. They did a nice job of bringing back the training camp kind of atmosphere. Continuity is what you need to have a winning, successful program.
Laverne, he's checked in for Chicago. Jimmy Butler comes in for Valentine. The Jazz also changing it up. Gobert, he's checked in for Diaw. Hayward comes in for Joe Ingles, and Hood subbed in for Burks. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
He's in attack mode, drawing contact now, getting to the line, something he didn't do at all in the first quarter.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
And if you're the defense, you probably should sag off him right now because he's not knocking down anything.
Now Rondo, after Gordon Hayward's three-pointer that didn't go. Takes it from 10, and with that, the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Jimmy Butler.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Now here is Hill. Pick up by Hill. Hayward goes in. Nice move. He stepped back and cast it up. Hayward's got 9 points.
And Hayward has really expanded on his game. Really looks at home down on the post.
It's stolen by Hill. Here's Johnson. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got 4 assists now tonight.
And good passing setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And here's Rondo. He's got 7. He kicks to Laverne. Misses the 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Johnson the screen. Hill dishes to Johnson. Nice ball movement by Utah. Shot clock at 5 for 3. Hill. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Rondo passes to Zipser. Hill against Rondo. High arcing shot. Laverne laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Obviously, Rondo's main priority is to dish the rock. When you're open, he'll get it to you.
Now here is Hill. Hayward outside. Outside Hill. Beyond the arc. Hayward can't hit.
His shot's been inconsistent tonight, but teammates are picking up the slack, keeping them ahead in the score.
Outside Rondo. Butler at the elbow. He dishes it to Laverne. It's stolen by Gobert. Here we go, one-on-one. Hood can't get it to go. Here's Zipser. And there's the pass to Portis. Outside Rondo. Here's Laverne. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Jazz leading by 12. Johnson kicks to Hood. Back to Johnson. Outside Hill. The Jazz again can't hit it. Chicago's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. 1:44 left in the second quarter. And it's Laverne missing.
You know, even though he's been off the mark this quarter, he's trying not to let it shake his confidence.
The 3. And the foul called on Joe Johnson. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. Trey Lyles checked in for the Jazz. Bulls trail by 12. Rondo kicks to Laverne. Outside Rondo. Now here's Payne, covered by Hood. Feeds to Mirotic. Fires for 3. That one no good. So Utah will take it the other way. They led by as many as 18 points. Got that one up quick. And it's 8 points for Rodney Hood.
When Hood gets room to shoot from the mid-range, he's as good as they come.
Now Payne. He has 5. There's the dish to Laverne. Off target from outside.
He's just gone stone cold this period, and it's bringing the rest of the team down.
Kicks it to Hayward. There's the feed to Gobert. Outside Hill. At the top of the key, Hood. Here's Gobert. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
Rudy Gobert has incredible length. When he's driving, he just rises up over the defense.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Sinks the triple.
He is nearly impossible to guard from the three-point line when he gets a good look and a little space.
Hayward with the ball. 9 points in the game so far. Dishes it to Hill. Gobert the screen. High post shot. They grab their own miss. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Nice shot there without a second to spare.
Great court awareness on how much time was left on the clock.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Jazz lead by 15. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Joined by Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, your team is competing at a very high level. What do you think that's happening?
Well, we're trying to defend, and we've been a little bit fortunate too. They've missed some shots, but more than anything, we just want to try to guard and make it hard on them.
Got to make them feel you. Thanks, Quinn. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Utah finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They lead by 15. Kenny, let's go to you. Your opinion on their game so far.
Well, they were dishing out dimes left and right, and the guys were finishing strong. As a team, they seem to be always thinking, always looking for the best shot. If they keep sharing the ball this way, the second half could be more lopsided than the first.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
They relied way too heavily on the three-point shot in the first half. Their long-range game was off. That's my off sound, Ernie. They were off. But they still settle for the outside shots. They got to put more pressure on the defense by pounding it inside and attacking the basket.
That concludes our halftime presentation. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but anything can happen. We've seen Robin Lopez really having a great game.
I tell you what, though, it's going to be important to see if they can slow him down in the second half, because so far they have not had anybody that can disrupt his rhythm down low.
Well, they need to find something to contain these offensive outbursts from him. I would imagine changes are on the way for them.
And so here is Chicago, down by 15. They've got Jimmy Butler. Portis is out there with Robin Lopez. Then it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Zipser in at the 3 slot. And that's the group for Fred Hoiberg as we begin the second half. Here's Lopez. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
When Lopez starts going to work on you, sometimes fouling is your only option.
And it'll be his 4th time going to the free throw line in the game. The first free throw is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Utah leading by 13. Hill kicks to Gobert. Outside Hood. Pass to Hayward. He feeds it to Gobert. Shoots it. Hayward can't hit.
To me, that's just a loss of focus. He was wide open from one of his favorite spots.
Zipser, the pass to Rondo. Here's Zipser. Right side Rondo. Pass to Lopez. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And Lopez doing whatever he can to get himself to the line.
Bulls have been shooting right around 75% at the line. 9 of 12 so far. The first one falls. Both free throws good from Lopez. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Hill kicks to Johnson. Hayward up top. Gobert the screen. And it's Hayward again missing.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, we know Jimmy Butler made a big bet on himself back in 2014. He turned down the Bulls' 4-year, $44 million contract extension offer, and it paid off. After a breakthrough season, he signed a new contract, a max deal for 5 years and $95 million. He said of his decision, "I was nervous, I'm not going to lie to you, but everything I put myself through, I knew what I was capable of."
He's come a long way, David. Thank you. Lopez kicks to Butler. From down low. Butler can't get that one to fall. Jazz leading by 11. Hill dishes to Hood. Rondo with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And taken away by Johnson. And now the fast break. Hill with the ball. Passes it to Johnson. Johnson the screen. Hayward kicks to Hood. 6 to shoot. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. 10 points for Rodney Hood.
The precise passing ability of Hayward, really a luxury for this team.
And Gordon Hayward, certainly a focal point of this Jazz offense. Steve, a great ball handler, and they look to him to initiate their offense.
Yeah, and I think he's starting to grow into this role over the years. A go-to guy. At first, I didn't think he was ready for it, but seemingly now he's getting more and more comfortable at that role, and also his playmaking ability has been huge for the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, just frustrated by their lack of production offensively, and I can't blame them. I mean, they're getting the looks, but the shots just aren't falling.
They should consider trying to get closer to the basket. Right now, the shots they are attempting are just clanking off the basket.
The Jazz making a switch here. Exum's checked in.
A moment here to see the stats for Butler. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. 5th in steals, and he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And again, Chicago, no good.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And there's the 3-second violation. And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for Chicago. Bulls trail by 13. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Here's the screen. Rondo kicks to Lopez. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Lopez has got 6 in the quarter.
Well, Lopez knew he had space to get that shot off. He was ready for it.
Gobert with a screen on Rondo. Exum passes to Gobert. And arguably the league's best rim protector, Rudy Gobert, 7'2", wingspan of 7'9". Steve, that's not bad. Great tools for the trade.
Yeah, on his toes, he can touch the rim, and he moves well for his size. He gets off the floor and a quick second jumper. He has work to do to get stronger, but he's only getting more and more intimidated when he keeps playing.
A free throw drops for Gobert.
The Frenchman, Rudy Gobert, really making an immediate impact with his rebounding and his shot blocking ability.
Chicago making a switch here. Valentine's checked in. The Jazz also changing it up. Boris Diaw's checked in for Johnson. Joe Ingles comes in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Burks in for Hood. And Gobert drops them both.
Hey, Rudy Gobert, such a great find for the Utah Jazz. A force of nature defensively. Go gadget arms is developing a shot also around the rim.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And Gobert may be the most impactful player of the 2013 draft class. Steve, he was taken 27th. How in the world did he slip that far?
Well, in workouts, you really can't see his value, but put him out on the floor with his length and size and the impact he has defensively, you can't simulate that in workouts. You have to see him play in games.
No good on the free throw. Good on the second free throw. Jazz leading by 12. Exum kicks to Burks. There's the pass to Ingles. He dishes it to Diaw. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Rondo passes to Butler. Back to Rondo. Inside. And there's Lopez. That's good on the assist by Rondo. Rondo's got 3 assists now in this one.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Now here's Gobert. He's got 12. And here's Burks. Down low, clock at 4. Butler with the steal. He kicks it to Rondo.
Get there.
Feeds to Valentine. Outside Rondo. Clock at 6. Lopez right side. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. And here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that have really been controlling the boards during the past month. 4th, the Bulls.
I mean, they've taken their rebounding to another level, getting physical and playing with a ton of energy.
Jazz leading by 10. Now, here's Exum. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. Some changes for Chicago. Mirotic comes in for Portis, and Cameron Payne subbed in for Rajon Rondo. The Jazz have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Now here's Payne. 5 points in the game. The dish now to Mirotic. Shoots a fader. It's hauled in by Diaw. Diaw's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Ingles kicks to Diaw. The feed to Exum. To the middle, Gobert. And that comes off the assist by Exum. 14 points for Rudy Gobert.
Love how Gobert scores in all kinds of ways, using his athleticism to his advantage.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Trey Lyles checked in for Gobert. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. To take a look at the Warriors. What a run they've had this year, in first place and charging seemingly at will toward the postseason. These guys have been outstanding. And of course, Utah, just a few spots below there.
And I think for the Jazz, they've moved toward the postseason with one of the best records in the league. Safe to say, this is not where most people thought they'd be at this stage of the year.
Yet here they are, and at this point, you've got to think they're set up to make a serious run in the postseason.
And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Jazz leading by 15. Exum kicks to Diaw. So here's Burks. The Jazz working the ball around now. Knocked away.
Tell you what, the defense got lucky there because you know he can hit it from mid-range.
Payne kicks to Butler. Lopez a screen. Out to the right wing. Here's Mirotic. The Bulls keep it alive. Lopez dishes to Payne. Back to Lopez to the inside. Here's Butler. Tries again. No good that time. For Utah, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. A shot by Burks. Nobody around. It's good. The assist that time from Diaw. Burks has got his third basket of the night. Bulls trail by 18. Now Payne. 5 points in the game. Out of bounds, Bulls ball. Chicago keeps possession.
And let's take a look at Boris Diaw, some stats on him. How his last 10 games have gone. He's averaging 3 points a game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And it's been a bit of a struggle for him. I mean, he can get down on himself at times. He's just got to keep working, and I think things will turn around.
Now here's Lopez. He's got 21. Kicks to Valentine. Here's Butler. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Butler's got 8.
Nice job by Butler. Really worked on the catch-and-shoot jump shot, getting it off a little bit quicker.
Burks with it. He's got 7. And Diaw kicks to Exum. Lets it go from the wing. Mirotic grabs the miss.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Those types of shots are low quality. You're not going to win too many friends on that one.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
I think it very well could be. That might be the game-changing play that helps push them over the top.
Diaw. That shot off. Good D by Lopez. Bulls trail by 14. To the inside. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
I'll tell you, he is scorching the nets this quarter. Maybe that'll help wake up some of his teammates.
Lyles kicks to Exum. Pass to Lyles to the middle. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. 8 points for him.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
It hasn't been pretty. They just haven't looked interested in putting forth the kind of effort it's going to take to stay in this game.
Now here's Butler. He's got 8. To the left side wing. Here's Mirotic. His 3-pointers off the mark. Utah leading by 14. And here's Burks. 7 points in the game. Dishes to Exum. Lyles kicks to Burks. Diaw, the screen. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
It's not often you see that kind of mental lapse. He just lost track of where he was.
Laverne, he's checked in for Robin Lopez. George Hill's checked in for Utah. Well, Chicago's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And now it's Burks running. He can go all the way. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity.
Utah's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Inside, Lyles, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Lyles got 5 points so far.
He's always one step ahead of the game. Passes like that show off his court vision.
Payne kicks to Laverne. To the paint. Puts it up from 7. And the bucket is good from Butler in deep.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Jazz leading by 16. Steve, when you watch Jimmy Butler play, you have to pay attention at all times. He can just explode on a moment's notice and completely take over a game.
I just love Jimmy Butler on the offensive end. He came into this league known as a defender, hard work. But when no Derrick Rose, he turned into a guy that can score the basketball and is counted on that end.
Here's Valentine after Alec Burks has scored. From past the arc. And there's Mirotic on the assist from Payne. 14 points for Nikola Mirotic.
Yeah, that's a great shot. Third 3 of the game for him, first in this half.
Ingles kicks to Burks. The Jazz working the ball around now. And the basket by Ingles.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now here's Laverne. Mirotic, a screen on Hill. Payne can't hit. And so it's Utah here with the ball. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Pacers at Pacers Arena in Indianapolis. And that's game 4 of 4 out on the road for them. Diaw with a wide open look. A 3-pointer off the mark. Bulls trail by 17. Down low, here's Mirotic. Lays it up and banks it in. Mirotic has got 7 now in this quarter.
The long arms of Mirotic. When he's got a good chance to shoot down inside, he's always going to take it.
And stolen by Payne. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Butler. Again, Chicago.
Now we can say it. He's a completely different shooter this half. Much more confidence, much more success.
Now here's Burks. He's got 11. There's the pick. Takes a 3. He knocks it down right at the buzzer.
That's a shot he'll never forget. As dramatic as they come.
A thrilling way to finish this one.
Fred Hoiberg in a recent huddle with his players.
Keep fighting, fellas. All right, one possession at a time. All right, how are we going to do it? Take care of the ball. Make sure we're getting back in transition. A lot of game left. All right, we'll get it going here. We'll get it going.
Fred Hoiberg encouraging his players to live in the moment. Don't worry about the score right now. Just keep plowing ahead.
Yeah, great point. You can't undo what's already been done. Just deal with what you can control, which is the next possession.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Hill pairs up with Hood in the backcourt. Hayward out there with Lyles. And it's Gobert in at the pivot, manning the middle. Lyles kicks to Hayward. Over to the left wing. 5 to shoot. And stolen by Payne. To the paint. The fadeaway. No good off the back of the rim. Jazz leading by 16. Here's Hill. Hayward outside. It's back to Hill. Gobert with a screen for Hill. He feeds it to Hayward. Shot clock at 6. Gobert the screen. Shoots off the screen. The putback. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Mirotic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Rondo kicks to Payne. Back to Rondo. Over to the wing. Here's Mirotic, and it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 4 assists in the game. Now Hill. Outside Hood. Gobert, the screen. Hood, the pass to Hill. And it's going to be a 3-second call. The Bulls making a switch here. Lopez is checked in, and a switcher also for Utah. Johnson, he's checked in for Trey Lyles. Bulls trail by 13. Passes it to Lopez. Outside Rondo. The pass to Payne, the 11-footer, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Jazz leading by 11. Johnson the screen. Hill with it. Outside Hood. Johnson kicks to Hayward. 4 on the shot clock. The shot. Again, the miss by Hayward. The Bulls have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Rondo with it. He's picked up by Hill. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And that one's good by Lopez.
Every so often, Robin Lopez will find his groove and become a big factor on offense like tonight.
Hill kicks to Johnson. Hayward outside. He dishes it to Hill. Down low, Laverne with the steal. Payne passes to Rondo. That one, no good. Some solid defense from Johnson. Feeds it to Hill. And a wide open look for Hood. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got his 7th assist here tonight.
Hood's ability to space out the floor is huge. If he's squaring up from outside, the D has to close out.
Now here's Rondo. And here's Laverne. Goes back up and count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Bobby Portis is checked in for the Bulls.
One shot.
Lopez, no good on the free throw. Well, there have always been big markets and smaller markets in the NBA, but it seems, Steve, that the league has found a proper balance to give small markets or mid-markets a chance every year to succeed.
Yeah, I think so. I think players are doing a nice job right now in free agency. A lot of these guys are going to smaller markets, and when they're there, they're not changing. They're not running for the big lights anymore. So we kind of having a somewhat of a balance right now, Kevin.
Like LaMarcus Aldridge comes to mind. Could have gone to Los Angeles, wanted to, the Lakers wanted him badly. He chose a smaller market like San Antonio. Now, granted, a historically good franchise, but a smaller market.
Yeah, and I think guys are doing that. I think it's more about winning versus where you're playing and where you're staying.
Now here's Rondo after Gordon Hayward's miss. They set the pick. Rondo with the ball. Now defended by Hayward.
Tremendous effort. I mean, this guy has already cracked double digits on the backboards.
He is just hitting the backboard every chance he gets. He is feasting for rebounds out there.
So it's the Jazz now. Rajon Rondo missing his last shot. 6 to shoot. Gobert against Lopez. A leaner. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Love how Gobert stays active inside, picking up fouls in the process.
And that one misses. No luck that time either. Bulls trail by 12. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Rondo dishes to Lopez. Another shot. Nice shot by Portis.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Hill kicks to Gobert. Inside, here's Johnson. First one falls for him. And he makes both free throws. Bulls trail by 12. Here's Portis. Outside Rondo. To the middle. 5 on the clock. Here's Lopez. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
That was the best he could do. Just fade a little bit, try and get a clean look, but the defense was right on him.
Gobert the screen. Hayward outside. Another shot. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
The length of Gobert causes the defense plenty of problems. He's very clever at drawing fouls on his shots.
He's off on the first. Butler, he's checked in for Cameron Payne. And he's good on the second. Bulls trail by 13. Here's Lopez, and Lopez throws it down.
When Lopez gets in that close, it's tough to stop him from slamming it home.
Now here is Hill. Lets a floater go. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got his 6th rebound on the night.
Well, he's trying to help put the game out of reach. Instead, his poor shooting is keeping the other side in this.
Johnson can't hit.
Oh, tight defense being played right there. Got right up on him and forced the miss.
If you're the defense, that's what you want to do. Make it uncomfortable for the offensive player.
Now here's Rondo. Here's Zipser to the paint. Gobert with the block.
And that's one of Gobert's specialties, a shot blocking master.
Hill kicks to Gobert. Gobert the screen. 3-pointer, Hayward. It's rebounded by Portis.
Obviously, this has been a tough quarter for him, but he's still trying to keep a positive mindset.
The lead now in single digits.
He was just way too open there. Of course, he's going to make the defense pay for letting him shoot from there.
Hill kicks to Johnson. Outside Hood. There's the dish to Hill. 6 to shoot. For 3, Hayward. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Portis has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Rondo passes to Portis. Pulls up on the wing. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That is his first foul of the game. Joe Ingles, who's checked in for Utah. Jazz leading by 8. Outside Hill. Gobert the screen. Outside Hood. It's back to Hill. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
That's where Hill really excels as a shooter in those catch and shoot opportunities.
Outside Rondo. Lopez sets a screen for Rondo. It's stolen by Hill. And here's the fast break. Pulls from the top of the key. Ingles can't get it to go. Bulls trail by 10. Zipser, the pass to Rondo. And here they come. And the basket by Ingles.
Really good shooting night for him, doing everything he can to help his team stretch this lead.
To the middle. And it's Lopez. That time on the assist by Rondo. Lopez has got 8 here in the quarter.
He has gotten into a terrific groove here, trying to wheel his team back into this.
Ingles kicks to Hill. They grab their own miss, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. Lopez. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Bulls making a switch here. Burns checked in. And the first one drops. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Chicago calls timeout.
Guard it.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey guys, well, Fred Hoiberg was talking to his team during the timeout. He told the guys it's time to turn it up a little and make a push. We've worked too hard to come away empty-handed. Let's put this thing away. Kevin, we'll see if they can get it done.
Now here's Butler, back to Rondo. It's stolen by Hill. Hood gets the bucket. Hood's got 5 points in the quarter.
And the muscle Hood has is what allows him to hit these shots. Even when he gets roughed up, he toughs it out. That's a solid pass right inside where his teammate wants it.
They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Johnson the screen. Back to Hood. He kicks it to Gobert. Shot clock at 5. Top of the key. That one a little long. Bulls trail by 12. Outside Butler. They set the screen. Now Laverne. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. 1:32 left here in the fourth quarter. Hill dishes to Johnson. And there's the feed to Hood. And it's off from three-point range. Well, Chicago's gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Rondo with it. He's picked up by Hill. Hood against Butler. Laverne. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
On the free throw, no good. Jazz leading by 10.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Jazz.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
Important. With this win, they split the season series at a game apiece and also avoid the sweep, and that has to be a relief. Just a quality win, and you look at the box score and some really good numbers for Gobert.
He played this game with a crazy intensity that showed up in his rebounding more than anywhere else. On the boards, he was a major presence, and that was a big advantage for them tonight. That's a great example of the importance of chemistry. He knew where his teammate wanted the ball, and he put it right there.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 9. 26 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Valentine kicks to Payne to the wing right side. Mirotic's shot is off. Exum with it. And so it's Utah with the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks very much. Joe, congrats on the win. A lot of back and forth tonight. Some good runs on both sides. How did you guys finally take control?
We just picked up our energy and effort. We was able to get some stops, got out in transition, started making a few shots, and it just kind of got contagious.
Great job, Joe. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. And now the award-winning Ernie Johnson will take it from here. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, friends and neighbors. Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith as we move forward to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Rudy Gobert.
Coming off a loss, the last thing they wanted was to drop back-to-back ball games. He made sure that would not happen. Love the gutsy effort he gave tonight, Ernie.
In terms of individual rebounding, he had a game that will be remembered for a long, long time. Whether it's chasing down long rebounds or grabbing one in traffic or one-handed rebounds, he was going after them and corralling all of them.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Kenny Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, for Kevin Harlan, and for the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. I hope you have a wonderful, even beyond wonderful, a spectacular, just great. See you.
Good night.